everybody doing?
Thank you for coming here. There are many...
I don't think I finished this up yesterday. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I'm watching Hanger 1. It's from the History Channel. I don't know why. They've only got one episode, it looks like, on demand. And this one here, they're talking about underground bases. So they're talking about Dulce, New Mexico. Okay. I'm kind of going into this a little bit. I did a stream a little. I did not intend to do this. I just got done fixing myself lunch, and I just didn't want to have to be going back and forth. So I just stayed in the kitchen. Because if I came in here, that happened one other day. I was cooking in the kitchen, and I'd come in here while the oven was running, and then I'd go back out there when the timer went off. Well, I ended up, I did too much, and I got kind of light at it, so I'm trying to avoid that so I can maybe get my streams in today. But I did one, and I can't think of the guy's name, but he was a World War II vet. He was in the Coast Guard during World War II, and I don't believe he had a college education, or if he did, he didn't have it in what, but he learned how to do radios and stuff in the Coast Guard. And he kind of turned it into a career. He worked for a television station, I think, and he worked for somebody else. And then he ended up creating his own company. He got into sales, and he created his own company, and it was called I think Tiger Scientific. And he according to some, and I really don't know if it's true. I really don't. But with all the stuff that's come out, where you've got highly ranked intelligence officers, and it sounds like there's more than one, because Marco Rubio, he said there's other ones that have come forward and corroborated his stories. But you've got a high-ranking intelligence officer, military veteran, saying that, you know, he's seen people hurt from UFOs. He's seen people hurt trying to cover up the UFOs. And he testified that before Congress. You know, anybody that knows the Martha Stewart story, you lie like that, you can go to jail. Martha Stewart didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything they could convict her of. But she lied to the FBI. She did a piece of shit that was doing insider trading. She lied to protect him. Well, what she didn't know is he was fucking turning her in to cut himself a fucking break in the sentence. So she ended up doing a year in jail. I think she did half of it in jail and half of it under home arrest. But the only thing she did wrong was lie to people about it. So if this guy was lying, he could go to jail for lying to Congress. You know, and you make of it what you will. And but he, you know, there's the story that he started seeing stuff, and some of it is stuff that is real similar to what they are seeing on Skinwalker Ranch. And there's some that feel it was a government disinformation campaign. And so it makes me wonder, like, 'cause again, obviously what's going on at Skinwalker Ranch, there's something going on there. You know, just when you find out the government spent $22 million there secretly investigating something. I mean, I'm not saying what it is. I don't know how bad, but clearly there's something going on or they wouldn't have dropped the money. You know, and just is it what they're seeing, or is what they're seeing the government trying to distract them from what's really going on? That I don't know. I literally don't know. But well, now now they're talking about Dulce, New Mexico. And I think they said the guy's name. I'm gonna back this up. I think they said it was. Hang on. And the reason I bring that up is because when I was watching that, it sounds like that's where the whole Dulce, New Mexico thing came from. I'm streaming. Can you just be a good girl? Okay, Phil Schneider is the guy's name. I think you can actually find this. Just look up Phil Schneider, Dulce, New Mexico, or Phil Schneider UFO attack, and you should find it either on Google or on YouTube. They're saying he was a geologist and a structural engineer. What you'll see him in a black shirt with like lighter colored thin stripes, and he's got a hat with some kind of a gold logo on it, standing at a podium with a mic. That's the one you're looking for. He claimed they had him working in Dulce for the Air Force, and the bits kept breaking. And again, this is something we've seen on Skinwalker, where they're trying to dig, and now the bits weren't breaking on Skinwalker, but they finally did break a drill on one of the episodes. But they got to where they, in a couple spots, they drilled, and it just couldn't go any further. Something was preventing them. But the funny thing is, with 8,000 pounds of pressure, drilling for like an hour or two, not being able to go anywhere, if they were really drilling into something they couldn't penetrate, they all agreed that there should have been wear and tear on the drill. That the drill should have been blunted. There should have been. They said the drill looked like it was new. And like he showed, now again, this could be from surgery. I really don't know. But the one that, if you can find it on YouTube, he's talking that he was shot by something. Apparently a military guy, if I remember right, the claim was a military guy jumped in the way and took one shot. But he got hit in the chest, and it was like a beam weapon, and it just opened him up. And he actually shows you, it's a pretty big scar. When I was watching that thing on that other guy from Tiger Scientific or whatever the name, or Thunder Scientific, something like Tiger or Thunder Scientific, the Y files did it, and they made a comment. They go, really, if you're going to lie to somebody, you want to keep You want to keep the lie having as much truth in it as you can, and that actually makes sense. Better not to lie. But you know, they said that it's really good to keep as much, you know. And then the funny thing is, the Corso, the Air Force guy who was fucking running this disinformation, I think he's even admitted to running a disinformation program, which my understanding, that's illegal. And the military and the CIA are not allowed to run disinformation on American citizens on American soil. I don't understand what the fuck's going on. I've killed a lot of people. I killed a shitload of people, and it's not going above 37. Okay, I'm back. Okay, now I don't know. This is on the History Channel. I'm not accusing them of it. I really don't know. And Hanger 1, if you watch these things are basically working off of the case files of Hanger 1 is working off of the MUFON, the Mutual UFO Network case files. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm on the same place I came into, and all of a sudden, kill enemies in the pass of the ground. No matter what I kill, I can't get this to go above 37. So I'm gonna assume that there's a glitch. I may just go and do a yeah, there ain't gonna be any way to finish this because of the path of the drown. Let me go see here. Okay, maybe I just gotta be out here, but there was an arrow that sent me in there. But okay, here we go. They said that his body was found January 1996, and he was found dead at his apartment in Oregon. And the originally ruled it a stroke. And his wife got them to do an autopsy. And I can't remember if it was that other case with the guy that created his own company, the World War II vet. But there was one of these that I just recently covered, and it was something where that person died, and they basically said that they cremated the body before they ever notified the family members. And I'm wondering if it was because of this, because they originally ruled it like a stroke, and then the wife got an autopsy done, and the autopsy radically changed what the coroner had to say, and I don't know if it was a different coroner or not, but it was basically ruled suicide because, again, if this is true, this right here smells to high heaven. If originally it was ruled a stroke, and then after you do the autopsy, you find out they were strangled by like a rubber cord, and then you suddenly, it's like, yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe they should have ruled it a homicide, because going by what they said killed him, and the fact that somebody put it through and labeled it something else, I would say that's like a prima facie case for fucking murder right there, because he died, and somebody, how, why, what, where, when, somebody got it made to look on paper like a stroke. And I think whoever filled out that first autopsy, that first death thing, has some explaining to do. I really do.
You are defeated. I need to go back.
Okay, now they're going to be talking about Operation High Jump, and this one has to do with the secret underground Nazi base in Antarctica. Yeah, I'm not going to change this. Because the chance of me getting the other one right now is unlikely. I think I might save it just in case, though. But but that was the thing. The Y file said, they go, if this really is true that the government was lying to this guy, and they honestly felt, somebody honestly felt, because they dug it up. There were some that felt that this Officer Corso lost his job. He was with some intelligence group with the Air Force, SSI or SDI or something like that, and they found something that suggested he may have lost his job there because things went too far. Because this guy from the scientific company, he ended up in a nut house. He ended up dying in a nut house over what had happened to him.
Your strength fails. Not enough spirit. I don't have enough spirit. I need spirit.
Okay, they're saying in 1991 they got a hold of some USSR, some Soviet Union files that shed new light onto this Operation High Tower or High Jump.
Some of my men are pinned down in the courtyard, fighting revenants. Please help me rescue them. this is happening. It's madness.
Get your men to the survivors' enclave at the cathedral. Quickly! I'm returning to town. Brave beneath the endless tide. Not enough spirit. A vicious strike. Feel the wrath of Yitar. The gods strike through me.
Okay, now, and they were talking about like some different stuff, and now they're talking about what's under the Denver National Airport. I watched one episode of a show. Well, I watched more than one. I think it was like the America Unearthed or something like that. It had this forensic. This is how he introduced a forensic geologist. And he went around and like I think it was a tagline because it was on YouTube. I think they had some of his old episodes on there, or it was on the Paranormal Channel on Pluto. I had just seen it in the last few weeks, and he was. This is a guy that's found like stuff that defies our history, like in the Grand Canyon, around the world. Like he's found stuff that is either Mayan or Egyptian down around Georgia. He's found evidence that Vikings were here, that they actually came like down the Mississippi River and stuff like that.
I need to go.
And he did one on the underground stuff at the Denver airport, and he was talking to a woman who worked there. And he was asking her about it, and she explained that there was an underground, like when they built the place, they spent like millions of dollars, and they were trying to build like a brand new unseen baggage handling system, so that all the baggage handling would be done underground, out of sight, and they could never get it working. And then she goes, I don't know what I could do to prove to you that there's no underground base. He goes, well, can we go down there? So she actually took him and his film crew down there, and you could clearly see that it looked like stuff that was meant to handle baggage and stuff like that. Now maybe it was all for show, I don't know, but I would say that was like strongly answered as to what's under the Denver airport. Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
One time, I miscast the charm spell, and Sister Liza was fawning over me for a fortnight. It was mortifying.
Okay. Okay, now they're talking about a base that's off the coast of Southern California.
The prophet will be pleased.
Okay, now they're talking about Stargate, the Cheyenne Mountain Complex. That's, I believe, NORAD. Oh my God, there's something that was, I mean, they were talking about it on Morning Joe, and I really, I mean, I'll tell you what they said. They don't even really know for sure what it is.
I need spirits.
And with all the stuff going on, I just kind of wonder. They're letting you know that Cheyenne was one of several places built to be part of the continuity of government. It's there's like 5 acres underground, carved right out of granite.
My strides grow longer. Death and decay.
The names are ancient.
I don't have enough spirit. The gods strike through me. Your strength fails. Not enough spirit. Feel the wrath of Eton! I need spirit. This fight is over.
Come aid us.
I am returning to town.
You know, the thing, my understanding is the Dulce, New Mexico ones are bullshit. But I do kind of agree with the Y files that, like, if they're gonna do this, and it could have been part, because that's the thing. Like, if that guy was really running the government disinformation program, why would he tell them about the Dulce, New Mexico area if it was true? It was probably a lie, like what I think might be going on at Skinwalker Ranch, where they're doing something to get them looking in one direction, while the stuff they should be looking at is in another direction. I didn't catch where it is, but they were talking a pilot was flying, and it was rural area, and while he was flying, he was over a dirt road, and he saw like one of the fields there just open up, and he could see, like, he didn't see any UFOs, but he saw like an underground area with a ton of planes in there. Now, the thing I find fascinating, and I know I've watched this episode before, but it was either this episode and or something else where they were talking about these underground, like maglev trains, and they do a thing where once you're in there and once you're in the tube, they seal it and suck the oxygen out of it. And they say that they get you moving like 6, 7, 800 miles an hour, so they can get. Again, I don't know if it's true or not, but Japan and others have like these vast high-speed rails, and so we know it's possible. And I gotta say that, and again, I don't know what we're gonna get. I don't know what we're gonna get. I don't know what they're gonna find, but like if Senator Schumer gets his bill passed, which is going to open up a lot of things for discovery. Maybe not everything, but they're going to get to the bottom of a lot of this overclassification, and they're going to basically go in and extend eminent domain over all this alien stuff if they find it. That the private sector, because the way they're talking, some people that claim they know what's going on, back in the 40s and the 50s, there was stuff given to the private sector so they could work on it and try and reverse engineer it. And over the years, they've gotten to where they do not have to keep anybody in the loop. Like there was, and again, I believe it. I don't know if it's true, but I do believe it's true. The Wilson memo. I think if you look up Admiral Wilson UFO or SAP memo, you should find it on Google. But it was a memo that surfaced, and this is again. There's an Australian reporter, Ross Coulthard. He has talked to people who he trusts who have told him that it's true. I believe that if I'm remembering right. And the other thing is, like, the memo mentions like a few people, and those people have remained silent. They haven't said anything plus or minus on it. Admiral Wilson, I guess, has come forward and said that it's not true, but like somebody pointed out, he's actually still got a security clearance. He still needs his security clearance, so he might have to do that. I've heard this said by Lou Elizondo and others, I think, when they've talked about it, that if you have like access to some of this stuff, you're required to lie in a court. You're required to lie, even though you're breaking the law, even though you could probably go to jail, or you should probably go to jail for it. That's part of your thing. You do not disclose it, even if you're under oath, nothing. But like that Australian reporter, he goes, well, you got these other people that are mentioned in the memo. And he goes, he knew like one or two of them, and he said, look, I know that person. If something came out like this and he was mentioning it and it wasn't true, he would say so. He would absolutely come out and say, look, I don't know anything about this. I wasn't involved in it. I don't know any of this to be true. And he goes, the fact that those guys are staying quiet, I think, says volumes on the accuracy of this. But but if they uncover this and you find out that they had 800-mile-an-hour subways going to and from underground, But yet we're still running with that rickety fucking Amtrak that President Biden used to take to the Senate every day. I'm sorry. That somebody should be held accountable for that, because we should have had that able for us to use. This is the one I had to kind of pass on the other day.
I don't have enough spirit. It is not ready yet. That ability is not yet recharged.
Yeah, he's gotten me real close to dying. I really don't want to lose my character. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to finish watching this, and then if I'm still feeling okay when this is over, I'm going to find something else to watch. I'm going to do the same thing when I get Minecraft going. I'm going to find some kind of a UFO thing, either on demand or on YouTube, and I'm going to be watching that stuff. I don't watch any of these Hanger 1 ones in a while. Peace out, and hope everybody has a good day.